Hey guys, and welcome to a very long overdue video here on the channel. So guys, I started Activity Buck Up on this channel about just a little under 2 years ago, and one of the first videos that I did when I came back was a Lego room tour. And in that video I just showed you guys like the state of the Lego room and kind of like what the collection was like back then. And you know, it's been 2 years, so in that time span, the Lego room has gone through some quite significant changes. I've gotten rid of stuff, I've gotten new stuff, I've moved stuff around, Theed is now a thing. So I just thought it was about time that I gave you guys sort of an updated look at everything that goes on in the Lego room. So why don't we just go ahead and take a look. Alright guys, so as you can see, the Lego room is pretty packed. There is literally something to see on every single wall, and then dead in the center, we have the massive Theed MOC. I've tried to keep everything organized by theme, so just for the sake of, following that order, we are going to start off the tour over on this wall. So as I mentioned, the Lego room has been sort of divided and organized by theme, and Star Wars is probably my all-time favorite franchise, and as you can see, it takes up more than half of the space in the Lego room. So I thought we'd start off by taking a look at some of these shelves. So over here in the corner, I have a very thin display unit with, a few of the smaller ships, some of the promotional sets from May the 4th and different conventions, or, smaller play sets that would fit into this display area, little battle packs and such, the duel sets. I think they fit in really well to create like really tiny scenes, and they just fit in so nicely. And then right next to it, I have my collection of Star Wars action figures. I've organized them by film and TV show. And then right above them, we start off with the Lego Star Wars collection. As you can see, I've done sort of like a small little Tatooine display. We have Jabba's Palace, the big Cantina set, and then just a standard Mos Eisley little display. And then right on top of it, we have the Ewok Village. And up there in the corner, I have the T-16 Skyhopper, which is one of my favorite ships. Then over here we have another little smaller shelf with the Dagobah training set, a Imperial shuttle, and then Jabba's Palace, which is oriented right next to the Tatooine setup previously mentioned, the AT-TE, the Mandalorian Starfighter, another tiny Cantina set from 2014, and then the Inquisitor Transport Scythe. And then over here I was trying to do sort of like organizing things by film, but that proved to be really difficult. So we have some episode 1 sets, which go really well with Theed, then some episode 2 sets from Attack of the Clones. This is where it starts to get messy. We have a TIE Fighter mixed in with Palpatine's arrest, then some smaller sets, vehicle sets from previous years, the old Millennium Falcon with an X-Wing, some other smaller vehicles. This is my Bad Batch shelf, the Tantive 4, an Imperial Star Destroyer right up there, and then up here, my Carbon Freezing Chamber playset. And then over here, I have a small little shelf where I have my Ahsoka memorabilia. She's one of my favorite characters. So I have this Disney Store Ahsoka doll, her lightsaber with her Black Series action figure, her Brickhead with some smaller little depictions of her, and one of her Funko Pops, and then some Black Series figures from the most recent Ahsoka series. And then down here, I have just a few other little replicas and things from the movies that I really like. And so this is the first shelf you see when you walk into the Lego room. Some of the sets I have on it are the motorized AT-AT, the Coruscant gunship, the TIE Bomber. This is a little homage to old and new battle packs. As you can see, dead in the middle, I have the current Clone Trooper battle pack, and then here on the side, the older one from 2007, and then the Droid battle pack from 2007 as well. The Ahsoka shuttle from the new show, Darth Vader's meditation chamber, the MIDI-scaled Super Star Destroyer, and then down here, the old Hoth Snowspeeder anniversary set, which I really like. And then over on this shelf, I have some of my larger vehicles. These are all meant for action figures. These are not Lego, but I did try to organize them in a nice way. So up at the top, I have my Mandalorian and Ahsoka TV show vehicles. This is the Razor Crest, which is massive and just one of my favorite vehicles that they have ever made. I have also like some of the play sets and the action figures sort of organized into different, groups like the Imperials, the Mandalorians, the main cast. We have Bib Fortuna from the Boba Fett show, as well as Cad Bane, and then some of the main characters from the Ahsoka show, which is really, really nice. And then down here, I have one of my all-time favorite vehicles. This is the Naboo Royal Starship, which is just a fantastic playset. It was released in 1999, and I love it so much, as well as a standard Naboo Starfighter. Then over here, we have Poe Dameron's X-Wing from The Rise of Skywalker, and the massive Millennium Falcon. This is probably one of my favorite pieces in my collection. And then down here, we have Jabba's Throne Room playset, which is just fantastic. I love looking at it filled out with so many figures. And then over here, I have my Jedi Council playset, as well as a Rogue One X-Wing and Luke's Landspeeder. And then down here, I just have a bunch of Clone Wars vehicles, because as some of you know, Clone Wars is probably like one of my favorite lines that they ever did for Star Wars. And speaking of Clone Wars, this entire shelving unit is dedicated to that show. So starting off at the top, I have some military vehicles, as well as all of the Jedi Starfighters that I could possibly get, with some speeders. And then I have two shelves of the action figures. This top shelf is mainly Republic forces, you know, Jedi, clones, senators, Republic commandos, Senate guards, astromechs, admirals. And then down here, I have sort of like the bad guys, the separatists, main villains, the droid army, bounty hunters, just main all gangsters and just bad guys in general. And then down here, I have some more vehicles, and it's just so cool. I love all of these. That one is from Rebels, actually. But yeah, the Clone Wars is just like my favorite thing, and I'm just so happy with the amount of vehicles and figures that I was able to collect for it. Then moving on to the next shelf, this is mainly my Disney shelf, with the exception of the last two, which are still Star Wars, but I mean, Star Wars belongs to Disney now, so it technically counts. At the bottom, I have my Bad Batch action figures with my Tantive 4 playset. Then up here, I have my complete collection of Disney minifigs, as well as the gift with purchase that they did for the 100 years of Disney. Then up here, I have my Little Mermaid and Snow White sets. Up here, some of the smaller, you know, micro builds with some sets from Wish, and that really cool icon set that they did for the villains. And then obviously the big Disney castle with the Encanto house and the Up house, which I am absolutely obsessed with. So I've only just now realized that I was forgetting to mention that I have my Chinese New Year sets up here on display, and I love these sets. LEGO always does such a good job of, you know, adding detail to this line, and it's just so nice. And then right next to it, I have my Diagon Alley set on display. I really do need to get Gringotts to go along with it. And then right next to it, I have the 2018 Hogwarts Castle collection. Now, this is probably one of my favorite Hogwarts castles that they've done. It just looks so much like the one in the movie, and it's just so detailed. I really like the look of it with the dark gray roofs. I'm not a big fan of the modular Hogwarts that they started up in 2021, was it? I'm not sure, but this is definitely one of my favorites. And then over here in the corner, I have the Death Star. And now moving on back to the shelving units, this is my Harry Potter shelf. As you can see, what's on display is a lot of older sets, nothing too new. I haven't been really inspired by the line in the past year or so. It's been a while since I've bought a new Harry Potter set, but what they are doing with the sets this year is really nice, and I'm super interested to see what they do with the new Hogwarts sets. So maybe I'll get back into it, who knows? But for now, this is what I have, and I'm just really happy with it. And then this shelf is quite a new addition to the LEGO room. It's a line that I personally never thought that I would collect, but ever since the reboot in 2023, I've been really drawn to it. They've been doing some really interesting things with color and just basic shape. Like, just look at that house. It's so mid-century modern. I really love it. So this is my Friends shelf. I am really obsessed with some of the sets that they've been releasing. They're doing such a good job balancing out color. Before, I used to find them just too bright and too just overbearing, but now I just think that they've really found a way to balance it all out and make it look a lot more realistic while still being playful, which I really enjoy. So yeah, this shelf is pretty new to the LEGO room, but one that I am very happy to be able to add. And then the final shelf that we have to look over, guys, is my modular building shelf. I really did try to include as many modular buildings as I could. The only one not included is the Pet Shop Townhouse, mainly because I'm not a big fan of that particular modular and just didn't fit in with sort of the organization that I was going for. But as you can see, I've tried to divide them into like little districts with a little vehicle, as well as making sure that I was able to include as many of my MOCs as possible. However, the bottom shelf of these units is just too short to fit, modular buildings, so I've added random things at the bottom of these. This is my pretty new Minecraft collection, and then over here I have the new city space sets, my modified jazz club, Parisian restaurant, police station, and the town hall. And then here again with the little districts and vehicles, my Chinatown corner MOC. I really love how this looks right next to the Spring Lantern Festival. It's one of my favorite things. And then here I did some changes to the trees just to make them look a little bit more fleshed out with some nice greenery and everything. I'm really happy with that. And then my botanical garden, and then right down there is where my Animal Crossing MOC should be. However, that is currently being worked on as we speak, so expect a video update on how that MOC is turning out very soon. And now, just to finish off, here is a close-up of the Theed MOC. Now, I am beyond proud and happy with how this MOC turned out. I feel like it makes for a fantastic centerpiece to the Lego room, and I like that it allows you, to walk around and get a look at it from all the different angles. But yeah, guys, I'm just so proud of how this particular build turned out. And that is it, guys. Now, it really is crazy to look back and see how much the Lego room has changed in the amount of time that I've been active on YouTube again. I actually went back to watch the original video before watching this one, and it's insane just how much the room has changed. In case you guys want to check it out, I'm going to put the link to the original video down in the description. But yeah, guys, I really do hope that you enjoyed this sort of in-depth look of what I have in the Lego / collection room, because not everything here is Lego. But yeah, I just really hope you enjoyed it and found some of the things here interesting, I guess. But that is going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.